Hello, I'm Peter Evans, the Product Technologies Consultant, and today I'd like to talk to you about data profiling inside of Toad DataPoint. Data profiling inside Toad DataPoint is a new feature. Here you can see the user interface of Toad DataPoint, and it allows you to build queries, as we know, connect to multiple data sources. Now, one of the things that we realize with our customers is that trying to understand where the data is coming from, how that data is combined, and how it actually looks to the end user is very important, both for those of you that are using Toad DataPoint to enable your data warehousing and business intelligence capabilities, and also to you that are actually building reports for your end users. So understanding the data is very important. Data profiling, of course, is the process of examining the data available in an existing data source, either a database or a file, and collecting statistics and information about that data. The purpose of these statistics may be to either find out whether existing data can easily be used for another purpose, improve the ability to search the data by tagging it with keywords, assess any risk that is involved in integrating data for new applications or data warehouses, including the challenges of joins, understanding data challenges early in any data-intensive project so that the late project surprises are avoided. Finding and validating data late in the project can lead to delays and cost overruns. Having a 360-degree enterprise view of all data for uses such as master data management where key data is needed, or data governance for improving data quality. And availability of metrics on data quality, including whether the data conforms to particular standards or patterns, can all be part of data profiling. So here I've created a very quick query using a SQL Server. I'm connecting the product table here to a sales table which we've converted and given only a small count of rows. This is just to keep the speed down so that we can actually see this. So we've executed the SQL. We have a result set back. You can see that I've got 10,000 rows. And what we'd like to do now is understand more about this data set and these tables. We'd like to understand how they're formed, what the type of duplicates that may be involved, what type of data styles we've got and data types we've got, and how they can help us with what we're trying to do with our data. So very quickly we can right-click, send to, and actually push the data that we have to data profiling. This immediately opens up another tab within Toad DataPoint and then starts to provide us with features through the data. So here I can look at particular columns. I'm looking at how many rows are unique, how many rows are non-unique, how many rows have been repeated, how many rows have null data, or how many rows have missing data. The legend on the right side explains what you're actually looking at. And the example of the data at the top shows you what type of data is within those actual fields. If you go to the Statistics tab, you can see a view of each column, and that column obviously moves the statistics for that column as you scroll through the actual columns. Here we have the date key. It's showing that the field is actually populated 100%. There are 64% distinct values, 37% unique values, and 27% non-unique. And within the data there are 36% of data that is actually run as a repeated row. On the right hand side you can see a graphical interpretation of that actual data. You can see value summaries with actual graphical interpretation below. And then within the statistics you can see the minimum, the Q1, the minimum for the Q2, the median percentiles of each actual area and each varied type of data. And you can also see the grouped frequency distribution on the right hand side. If we go to the frequency tab, we can actually see how the top values, bottom values, first values and last values in this data match. So you can see the number of times by count, how many times AdventureWorks 20-inch CRT TV E15 white has turned up. That gives it a percentage of 1.3%. The bottom values, you can actually see that 0.10% is the Contoso 8GB Super Slim. This gives you an idea of how the spread of data is across your data and allows you to understand. You can look at patterns within your text fields. Obviously, when you go to a key field or a date key field, those patterns aren't available. They're only available for varchar fields, i.e. text fields, and it shows you what type of patterns are actually being delivered. You can look at the languages that are actually being used. So, for instance, ASCII lowercase letter, 23,000 variations of that are actually being used within the data. You can go to duplicates and you can check on each field how many times that duplicates are actually being run. So if I, for instance, select here and actually check for duplicates on the bottom right hand corner, we'll see that I'm actually getting duplicates coming back, and there are 959 rows of duplicates within the data. So you can here see that I've got AdventureWorks 13-inch colour is a duplicate, and there's a count of 6 of them within that actual data. So how to do data profiling, and what are you actually using data profiling for? Well, data profiling utilises different kinds of descriptive statistics, as we've just seen, such as minimum, maximum, mean and mode, percentile and standard deviation. This is all based on aggregates such as count and sum. And additional metadata information is obtained during data profiling, which could be data type, length, discrete values, uniqueness and occurrence of null values. This normally type of data is based in purpose-built tools which are used for data profiling to ease the process and the computational complexity, which is increased when you go from single column to single table to cross-table structural profiling. Therefore, performance is an evaluation for criteria profiling tools as well. You use data profiling to perform these checks as you are building your data sources for your applications, for your data warehouses. And the benefits of data profiling are to increase and improve data quality, shorten the implementation cycle of major projects, and improve understanding of data for the users. I hope this brief insight of data profiling within DataPoint has been useful for you.